A long overdue and historic piece of proposed legislation is now in the hearing phase of the Senate after passing second reading in the lower house. PTV correspondent Pauline Requesto with a full story on the medical cannabis bill now being heard at the Senate, but having a long way to go in the lawmaking process.
Richelle Ballesteros was in tears as she recounted her son's condition whenever he has seizures. Her son is suffering from cerebral palsy and epilepsy. Ballesteros said her son's medication remains insufficient, and just like any parent, she continuously does research on alternative medications that would alleviate her son's condition.
Every time he will have his seizures, we can only watch in grief, praying for his seizures to stop while we helplessly wait for the medication to kick in. When Sachi was hanging on for his dear life when he has status epilepticus, like a fish out of a fishbowl, he vividly uttered to me, "Hold on, Nanay, hold on."
The Senate Committee on Health has begun its consultative hearing on legalizing the use and research of medical marijuana. Last month, the House of Representatives has approved on third and final reading the Philippine Compassionate Medical Cannabis Act. But Senate President Vicente Soto III previously said a law legalizing medical marijuana is no longer needed because the Food and Drug Administration can already issue special permits for prohibited drugs and substances which are deemed necessary for medication. Although the Department of Health recognizes studies which support claims for marijuana's efficacy for a wide range of conditions, the department said these are still insufficient. The DOH maintained that making use of cannabis to alleviate chronic and debilitating medical conditions is not necessary, as the current law and resolutions of concerned government agencies are already adequate.
Hindi naman po talaga kami against sa research at saka compassionate use. I think what everybody here is saying, we already have the mechanism that allows it to be done.
To obtain a special permit, the FDA requires a prescription from a doctor. The drug should also be recognized by the FDA of its country of origin. However, Richelle noted how getting a special permit is very difficult and almost inaccessible, while FDA-approved medicines are very costly.
These are parents mostly na hindi nga makaalis kasi because of the condition of the children. So, yung in terms po of accessibility and in terms of sustainability, and mostly po in terms of the Epidiolex that's already approved, we cannot afford it because it's $30,000. It's $145,000 a month.
Senate Committee on Health Chairperson J.V. Ejercito said he is eyeing for the amendments of regulations to cheapen medications claimed to be treated by medical cannabis.
If it will be more accessible, why not, di ba? Because we do not want, ayaw naman natin magmadali, baka mamaya maabuso. Baka mamaya, alam naman dito, marami ring magaling gumawa ng gimmick. Baka mamaya makakita ng loophole at talaga maabuso.
Pauline Requesto for The Nation.